go onto my YouTube channel, which is called like the room we're in, and see if he can hear us or anything else, because I can see that my meter, my monitor. All right, so I have to put the right. Yes, yeah, I have to use the right microphone for this. Give me a sec.
You can see that the level of experience is not the same when it comes to broadcasting. I barely have headphones.
All right, check. Clip in, not clipping. All right, not clipping anymore. Does this work? Ah, damn these cables! Short cables. Wait. All right. Let's try what? No swearing. No swearing. My eye. All right. So now I have my own feedback in my ears. Okay, that's actually even better, isn't it? So I can try and be less chatty, since you are going to be the ones who play with me. So, question: can anybody see anything in the YouTube streaming? So, if you go to YouTube Veil of the Ages, can you see any of that?
I'm telling Lucky Sixes to have a look now.
Thanks. And then the same thing with a friend of mine via phone.
I'll do the same.
And even in case this was working, I would still need to change the Skype, the webcam thing. Alright, so let me try this one. So what I have to do now is I'm gonna have to take 5 minutes for this operation. I have to find the Skype window. Come on. Man, this is not working with Skype. I hate it. Why? Because this is not a window, it is. So this is the type of test that I cannot do on my own. So that's the.
Sure.
I need to have you in the chat, otherwise it's not gonna.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
Don't worry
work.
about me.
So let me see. Video capture device, window capture. That's the only thing I want. Okay. And I see the Skype window. The Skype window is not functioning. So it's not my fault actually. It's nothing I can do about it. So, alright. How do you guys feel about quickly trying and using Hangouts instead of Skype?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, that can work for you.
I'll have to install the Hangouts.
No, actually, the thing is that Hangouts should work via browser. Just me inviting you. So I should have your email address.
Yeah, you have my Gmail as well, I think. No?
Oh yeah, if you have a Gmail account, so that's
Let me send you that one.
So if you guys can, write in the Skype conversation window.
It's hidden.
Open conversation. Come on. Will not be used for marketing purposes. that's one. And what about you, RPG?
What is my login for
For
Hangouts? Is that what
yeah.
you're asking? Okay, 1 second. I haven't used this quite as much, so I don't really
Sorry
know
about that.
where
I also
where
wouldn't use it much.
do we know where I find my login name? Yeah, here we go. It's actually it's proxytablegaming@gmail.com.
Proxy table gaming at gmail.com. All right.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll work.
Inviting you guys, and I think that now everything is going to be just crazy because we are on Skype. We are inviting you on the other one, but yeah, maybe I can close the Skype call now and give you a second to go to Hangouts and react to that
All right.
invitation. I think that I also
Just stay
froze.
on the Skype chat in case you have problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave Skype open so you can write,
Yeah.
or in Universal Password as well.
Yeah, sure.
Both under control. All right, see you there.
All right.
All right. Hangouts. All right, I have you. All right, cool, excellent,
Yeah.
brilliant. So this is helping. I'm explaining the situation to the friends in UP, and all right. So actually, I can't see. I can't see my what I'm typing in the live stream
No, that's a good point.
in YouTube. So actually, that might be working. Strangely enough.
Okay. Do you need lucky sixes to check anything?
Yeah. So actually, the moment we check is going to be it's going to be more important to make the check once I also manage to put you on the webcam and
Okay.
and Pascal on the webcam too. So that's. But I mean, if somebody did give the information that the Universal Battle the live stream is working.
Do you know on YouTube where you can actually go to get to a live stream? I can't say I'm very good at finding them.
Yeah, so apparently you have to unlock the feature by showing that you are a trustworthy person,
Okay,
as defined by YouTube.
fair enough.
Alright. And so it's going to take a couple of days to
Oh, sure. Okay.
to activate. So don't do that if you have one day in which you want to do the streaming immediately. You have to prepare a bit in advance, and I'm using OBS for this, and so the idea will be exactly that. Now I should be able to use this window to say, well, I don't want to. Why on earth this is not functioning? It's so annoying. So OBS normally allows me to select the application that I want to show on the video, but now it's ignoring the window where we are in the webcam, the two of us. I have no idea why it's doing that. Alright, now I can see it. Now I can see it. Alright, so now that means that I just have to apply a filter to this thing. Filtering, crop. Alright, and then we crop 200 from left, 350 from the right, 50 from the top, and yeah, maybe 50 from the bottom, maybe 100 from the bottom. Alright. So actually now, if either you or Lucky Sixes are in the live stream, now he should see you actually.
How does he get to the live stream? I've gone to your YouTube channel.
So they don't see the live channel in the. Alright, so let me thank you for giving me the information. Okay.
Sorry, it's a very basic question. I'm not.
Yeah, right. So.
Oh, I see. No, I don't. Just press the wrong button.
Okay,
I nearly
yes.
started. No, I nearly started playing one of your other videos.
No, that's we don't want to watch my older videos. No, that's not interesting. The new
Silver
ones
Knives
are
versus
gonna be
Demons.
glorious. The
Yeah.
new ones are gonna be amazing. So yeah, in case this actually does work, then it's I will be most happy to show you how I'm doing this, in case you want to do live streams with other hosts for your reports as well. But your reports,
Sure.
Nothing needs to be changed from the way you're doing your reports. And,
You like them then?
A huge amount of fun. So yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh yeah. They're all off the cuff as well. We don't plan any of them. We literally just log in and talk. So I apologise if they're a bit silly.
That makes a lot of sense to me. It's like planning is good when it's needed. If it's not needed,
Yeah.
then don't do it.
No.
Alright.
Oh, my light's flickering behind me. Sorry about that. Can you tell me if this is too dark, actually? Is it too dark if I turn off that light? Or is that all right?
No, actually it's fine. It's fine by what I see in here. Actually, I think that the most challenging aspect is making sure that you don't move too much from where you are standing at and sitting at one point, because what I'm doing is cropping the image, and so since the image is cropped, then it means that if you move 20 centimeters to the right,
yeah, sure, okay, that's fine.
So,
I've got a drink and I've got my chocolate fingers, so I'm all good. Absolutely. Teetotal, I'm afraid, though. So.
But by the way, I'm drinking something that's called it's called London Mule, where I come from, but I never managed to understand whether this is something that, you know, in the UK is also called London Mule or not. So that's the you like, you know, the what do you call? Oh, all right. So Lucky Sixes can hear us. Okay, yeah.
Oh, can he? Oh, brilliant.
Guys. Can you guys also hear? Can you also hear Happy G? And of course.
Hello, Lucky Sixes.
Let's see. Hello. He said hello back. Okay. Can you also see us, the two of us?
Ask him what I'm drinking.
I can hear both. So what are we drinking?
Although this is a great sponsorship for somebody.
Oh yeah, you're right. You should.
Should we not do that?
Yeah, all right. So they can see and they can hear. Fantastic. Okay.
Superb.
So the only problem now is that we don't have Pascal. That's one of the saddest things ever. So Pascal again. Come on. Oh, it's not that.
So I can't see anything that's in the chat. Is that right?
You can't see anything that's where?
I can't see what Lucky Sixes is saying. Is that right, or should I just not pressed on something?
But why can't you then? He's typing in the in the Universal Battle window. So,
oh, in Universal Battle. Well, I wasn't looking there. Sorry.
Yeah. So that should be readable for you as well.
Yeah. No, I can see that. Yeah. I thought you were doing. There was a chat in Hangouts.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and activate the chat in YouTube as well and see whether that's working, because I also had a friend of mine who wanted to help with the test. Oh, I see two, so that means there should be something new. How the hell do I interact with the chat? Well, maybe that's where's the chat? Okay. Add-on functions. No, that's not working. Stream options. Those of you guys who are in the Universal Battle chat, can you tell us if there's any way to... Oh, all right. No, that's fine. All right. Okay. Because I want to see whether using the chat means that I am not using the Universal Battle window anymore, and so the thing is, no. Not kind. No, London Mule. The London Mule is the one with G. So that's the only variation. That's it. So let's see. When will the battle start? No, Andre, the battle will start next week, I suppose. This is just a test for.
Oh, come on, let's have some fun. Let's just have a battle anyway while we're here.
That's just right. It's like, well, once we see that it does work, then no. The only thing is that I'm worried about Pascal, because where the hell is he?
Yeah, where did he go?
Ah. So did you access the Google thingy by
from Skype?
So
I did it from Skype.
Answering the invitation, right? Okay.
In the conversation, yeah, you sent the invitation and link on Skype, and I clicked on that.
Yeah.
When I went into Hangouts fresh without your invitation, without the link, it didn't show any sign that you were there.
Okay. The thing is that I don't even see Pascal in the Universal Battle chats actually to begin with. So.
Have a dinosaur to play with, chaps.
They're always welcome. What?
Yeah, keeps
You
my
don't
daughter
have
busy.
infos on these models? What? How's that possible? You need infos there. All right. Yeah, please, Andre, do the homework. We need that. We need that final. We need that final reformulation of the cover rules, because actually, Apogee, this is the only thing that's keeping us from publishing the how's it called,
Quick starter.
the rules. Yeah, the quick
Oh,
starter
okay, yeah.
rules. And so it's like one thing. So actually, yeah, we're not gonna play the game, because otherwise DJ Udaf is gonna be distracted, and yeah. So we gotta let it work. Well, the thing is that I would be really happy to start the showing you how I plan to do the all of the simplified and super quick and super quick loading of the armies. But without Pascal, it feels like kind of strange to do them. Yeah, don't hide behind NPS, man. Don't hide behind NPS. Pascal, where are you? Maybe he sent a message on the forum.
Yeah, maybe he's still in Skype.
Still in Skype. So. Wrote him that. Cigarette, I suppose. And. Oh yeah, so here's that. Here's the link for I'm asking him to try
Yeah, use the link that I did.
if he has Chrome, for example.
Yeah, actually, that was when I tried to go into Hangouts just fresh. I was using IE, but when I used your link, it opened in Chrome, which is fine. And obviously, the Chrome one has worked. So.
All right. Ah, okay. So it seems like okay. Sure. Yeah. Does that mean that everybody's seeing my my Skype window in the live stream? Guys, can you confirm that? So the chat is not available for this. Why? Okay. Apply the chat. Still not working. So I'm trying to, if you guys can hear me, I'm trying to make the chat work on YouTube. So if anyone of you is watching the YouTube thing, this is better than chat.
Yeah, is that your ambulance? Let's put that on specially.
And yeah, so I don't know if somebody is in the is following indeed the live stream. If you can type something in the chat, then it'd be great. Just to know whether this is working. Okay.
Lucky Sixers, are you in the live stream or just on UB?
How do you chat on live stream?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea how I chat on live stream. So apparently I have activated the chat. So under the live stream or to the right, depending on the degree of zooming, you should be able to see. You should be able to see a field that says insert your message there. I've seen that in the past. I'm not a fan of live streaming, either as a spectator or as a producer, but I've seen some of those, and they had a chat to the right. So that's if you can't see anything at all, then this is not going to work. I'll go back to UB. Both None. All right. So I'm supposing that nobody can see anything. Oh, Ayad is there. Hello, Ayad. Thanks for checking this. Thanks for coming and checking. Ayad, if you're listening to this, if there's a way of typing something into the chat box, that'd be brilliant. So that we know. Automatic block of the spam messages in chat. I'm going to remove this. All right. Yeah, I can see something from one of the two PTG entities.
I've just gone into the live stream myself.
So it was you, all right. So it was the participant, not the spectator.
That's right.
Yeah, it'd be kind of strange.
Oh, and I can hear myself, so I think I need to come out of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's you're gonna have feedback with delay. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come out.
It's really strange that so apparently participants, I only see the two of us as participants. But actually, the thing is that YouTube knows nothing about you being on Hangouts and use a button with me. So why should you have access to this and not somebody else? Now, I think that means that just anybody can do that, provided possibly that they have an account. Maybe if you're logged in as a guest in YouTube and you don't have your own account, then you don't get to send messages in the chat.
Yeah,
Aviad cannot chat. Yeah, thanks for checking. Possibly it's maybe because you don't have an account like Veil of the Ages or PTG for privacy reasons. I will understand. All right. Yeah. So Lucky Six is you are typing the messages. So it's not Hyper G. Okay.
No, sorry, I came out because I could hear myself talking with a delay.
Okay.
So I came out of the live stream, but Lucky Sixes is in now.
So check again, spectator here, yo. Thank you. All right. Cool. Then this is working, and then that means that we can start. And when Pascal comes back, because his phone is being used, so when he comes back, we can see whether we can add him to the screen as well. Okay. So you have to imagine that the final aspect of the stream is going to be like this, right? So you would have your face just below the Veil of the Ages thing, then my face under yours, and then Smith F should be below that. And that means that this should still leave us ample space to even roll, I don't know, some 16 dice. And that should still be visible. So this thing here should not be covered. Yeah, exactly. So even if we have another rectangle for Pascal to be displayed under mine, it should probably only take the Agrem left, Haba and Haba join the left. So it should still be readable. Okay. Let's not talk about my rolls. Let us not talk about my rolls.
I mean, Lucky Sixes, there'd have been at least, right. 7 sixes in there. So.
Singular. It's like 16 dice, singular.
I know.
All right, good. So actually, now we can try and start the real thing. So what I had in mind is that we can load one of the 4 pre-made quick starter armies. So Hyper G, can you please roll a d4?
Of course. Yes. Start with a nice 1.
1. All right. So that means that I'm loading, and you can see, right, in the streaming, in the live stream, you can see what I'm trying to load here. So now I'm going to try and load map number 1, which is the center hill. And that means that we would have everything already here on screen with the deployment zones, What about this chosen? I mean, I really appreciate that he has infos, but still,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
this
he would have been killed by the impact hits. He can go.
actually, you know, 880 points. That's kind of the point value of a whole quick starter pre-made list. So at some
Yeah.
point, when we're gonna start and do completely wacky things, we're gonna have like this dude against one pre-made army altogether.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. All right.
that would be great.
Bye chosen. Yeah. So actually, what I was suggesting before is that if you lock the map, and then if you load a pre-existing army, like when creating your small forces, for example, imagine that I want to play with Sylvanels. I can load the pre-made army for the Sylvanels, and
Okay.
you know they're all there already. So you would
You want me
need
to do that now?
You don't have to do that now, but
Okay.
it can be practical if you do that for the day that we're gonna play the game. So that you
Okay.
just go the load instead of like clicking on the one thing and then one by one.
Yeah,
adding
let
the
me
nodes.
try it now anyway, because I haven't actually done a pre-made army until you told me to.
Sure,
So I'll
please
try
do.
it out now. Now I've got in the bottom right corner, I've got Pascal talking, and it's hovering over the save button, the disk. I'm just trying to. There we go. Right.
All right.
There
Actually,
you go.
let me see.
Huge hellhounds. I'm not sure you meant them to be that big, did you?
All right, yeah, I see
That's
what
what I
you mean
meant.
now. Yeah, I thought that when you said huge, okay, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
I think their size might be slightly wrong. I hope their size is wrong.
There's a reason for that. Yeah, okay. Can you remove those, please?
Of course.
All right. So let me see. The fastest way to deal with this is that you should have this army in your selection line. So if you
Yes.
have your army here, it should appear. I think that
Well,
the best thing for you to do is to get out of this room, go into the edit armies, and
yeah, no, I can
change
do that from here
manually.
actually.
Yeah, that's
I can do it from inside the room.
You can do that from inside the room? No, I don't think you can.
I believe so.
Because you know, if
What size do you want them to be?
2550. That would be 2550.
Okay. Bear with me.
Yeah, that was strange. Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna check if anything is happening in the chat thingy. No, still very good. Okay. Back here, full screen. We'll have to find a way. Yeah, so I should have this thing in the browser. Okay, I'll think about it. There you go. Yeah, indeed, we're good. Well, actually, the thing is that you don't have the model rules in there. So
Oh, no, that's still not right.
yeah, you can maybe copy paste the content of. Okay, brilliant.
It's okay. I just added the same one that I just. I don't want to delete what's underneath, and there's a terrain feature there, isn't there? So I'm just doing it one by one. Sorry.
So, well, actually, this is the only size that you can truly appreciate the eyes, the fiery eyes of the. Otherwise, if it's a regular size, you won't even see them. I feel very stupid when I'm creating UV models.
No, you're absolutely right. I didn't believe you when you said I couldn't do it inside the room.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely 100% right.
No, but actually, what I mean is that you can keep using your Hellhounds models, but just copy paste the rules into them, and it doesn't have to happen like right now. It's just for us.
Yeah, sure.
It is great that we know that this is the problem that we're facing.
I can sort that out nearer the time. Yeah.
So you will have to delete this thing on top of the hill, and
All right.
since you loaded this thing with the huge dogs, then it changed the size of the.
No.
So I have to rescale it, which means that now your models are pushed a bit to the
Okay.
should still be visible.
How do you change the size of a battlefield in UB, actually? Is that something that can be done?
I can show you if you look into the live stream.
Okay.
So-
That doesn't have to be today. It might be something I ask you another day.
Yeah, you just click on the tree next to the two crossed swords, the pink button.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you have width and length there.
Oh, great.
Maybe you don't see it if the map is locked. That would be
Okay.
So you have to unlock the map so you can change it.
Sure. Okay. That's fine. That's just something I was curious about.
So what do we do with Pascal then? How do we do this? Skype. Does that mean that maybe? Yeah. Let's see. I really don't know what's best. If we should ignore the video, but actually the video is kind of important because we have to see whether it fits with the bandwidth and with the sounds and everything else. So, what do you think? Should we ask Lucky Sixes to sub for Smith?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. He's the only reason he isn't doing what I'm doing is because he's got childcare this evening.
Right.
So while he's
that's
here,
and if it's just a matter of bandwidth and webcam, they can still work.
yeah.
Okay.
So if you invite him to the Skype conversation that we were in with the link to Hangouts, then I'm sure he can use that link.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So he says that he has minutes. So
he's probably very jealous that I've jumped ahead of him. So
he can't have it all, right? He has already had the pleasure of one of the most important achievements in life.
absolutely.
So, he can't be on the battlefield too. All right. So let's see. You did send in the invitation, is that right?
On Skype, no, I haven't done yet. Let me see.
Actually, I'm thinking that I could even do that from.
There you go. I think I've just done it.
All right. So I suppose that this is then gonna mess up with the.
So go to Skype, Lucky Sixes.
So yeah, you added him. All right, cool. And just to make sure.
He's here.
That
So if you resend the link to Hangouts that you sent me.
So Lucky Sixes, you should.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Lucky Sixes, that's just click on the big G, and it'll take you to your Google Hangout, and hopefully automatically sign you in.
All right. And yeah. All right, I can see a PDG. Yeah.
There he is.
Hello.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can see you. Okay. So Hangouts. How you doing? All good?
Oh, back.
Nice.
Very good. And stream off. So I you now.
Okay. Now, now I'm thinking that there's an issue in the sense that this means that the main area of the webcam is taken by the one of you two guys who's speaking at the moment. So I think that if Hyper-G speaks now, we're gonna see
Hello.
Hyper-G. Yeah, see.
So if I talk, then I become bigger on the live stream. Is that right?
No, actually, you become bigger in my Hangouts window, which means that you become the only thing that we can see in the live stream. And I don't know whether this is a good thing or whether that's a bad thing, because ideally I would have both of you at the same time on the screen, but that might be challenging. So let me give me a second to try and achieve that. So if I
We'll
do
just
this,
have to not chat.
It's hard for you, I know that.
so
Tough. I'm not sure I can do that.
how,
Have
how,
some more beer.
how weird is it for you to play on Hangouts and Universal Battle instead of like next to each other?
I'm very scared.
Much
at the
better.
moment.
Much better.
All right, so let me see if I manage to isolate one of the bottom three things there. So if I do a 600 from the left, maybe, I don't know, 800. Maybe 1000, 1010, 1050. My God, this is old school. I'm doing I'm really doing this in the worst possible way. But yeah. Okay, yeah, right. Can you see that I've isolated lucky sixes?
No, I'm not in the live stream, so
Oh,
I don't know if you.
Well, I'm on the live stream. I can just see
Right?
a little bit of it.
Yeah,
So can you mute it? I might be able to mute it.
yeah. I mean, it's a bit strange, it's a bit weird, but I
Weird.
guess that this is more or less what we're trying to achieve. So if I go back and now to the Hyper-G fixed thing, that means that I have to crop things differently, which means possibly 800 from the left, 900 from the left, 1000, not much, 950, yes.
Changing
Right.
size.
200, 300, 275. Come on. Yes, that works. Top 550, 600, yes, and bottom 25. So how is what? What? It disappeared or what? Where the hell did this go? So this is lucky sixes. This is you, and why? Alright, so for some very strange reason, I've lost. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. So, capture 3. Okay. And why can't I see? Ah, alright. There. Okay. Ooh, help me now to join us.
Mm.
Alright. So let's see. Let's see. I think this should be okay now. I just need to crop mine. Oh man, this was long. This has been too long. 600. 75, and 25 from bottom. Alright. Deal. So this is me. Yes. Yes. Seems like this is working. Okay. full screen here. Yeah. So actually now, if anybody is in the live stream, you should see that the three of us are visible, right? Equally visible to the left, between the top begin. Well, I mean, there's still my hand somewhere in Lucky Six's pages, but yeah. Okay. Cool. So is this working for everybody?
It looks it. It's a.
Yeah.
It
looks like it's okay. Cool.
about how it looks. Like
Struggling to hear Lucky Sixes.
Yeah.
people that do live stream.
Actually, I think that there's a bandwidth issue with Lucky Sixes. So I hear Hyper G really okay, but there's a lot of metal and distortion.
Bad connection from me, is it?
Yeah, a bit. So do you have any program that's using bandwidth right now?
Yes.
Sky would Sky do it?
Daniel's downloading Teletubbies, isn't he?
Guys, is this true, the story that I heard about the Teletubbies guy, the Tinky Winky guy from the Teletubbies who died in Liverpool, frozen to death because he was drunk or something like that? The Tinky Winky from the Teletubbies. That's like, you know,
Hey.
don't get the baby familiar with that TV series because that's fucked up.
No.
I've not heard that.
Yeah, I think like
I'm going to choose to believe you.
Right, it's a story. I mean, but I would like to be wrong and to know that Tinky Winky is still there. But yeah, apparently that was the story. So, casting a shadow on the Teletubbies. We need a Teletubbies meme, Herminand, if you can read it. If you can hear it.
Well, that's the only reason we've actually logged in tonight, isn't it? To talk about Teletubbies. So. Yeah.
I mean, are we doing anything significantly different from Teletubbies? We're playing with toy soldiers. So scratch-built army with Teletubbies. I know that somebody's going to be up for the challenge. Somebody's going to do that. I saw somebody who made a bunny army at a tournament in Amsterdam. So why not Teletubbies? All right.
There
cool.
might actually be Resilience 2 like Skinks.
Alright, so I'm gonna do one last check to see if anybody is. Yeah, Herman there is writing the Tinky, very dust. Alright, so we have Minad in here. Fantastic. I'm really happy about this. Okay, so this is the thing. I'm gonna be
again
on full screen and alright, if anybody could copy paste this message every now and then when someone new joins the chat. All right. Let's do this. Cool. So I think we can finally, after I don't know, 1 hour, we can finally get things started. Cool.
Is
so
my connection good enough?
Yeah, we can hear you. The sound quality is a bit worse than the one from HyperG.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a hardware or a bandwidth kind of issue. But
Okay.
Yeah. But it is
Is that
doable.
any better? If I hold it really close to my, or is it really muffled? Oh, okay.
No, that increased the distortion. Yeah, it clips.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't be silly.
If somebody, so Herminad's thing is, I will not be able to read the comments in the chat because I'm in full screen with Universal Battle. So actually, if you want to contribute, you should rather type in the Universal Battle chat, because otherwise I won't won't review it from there. If you have something to say, like for example comments on the audio quality of PTG.
Mainly of me.
Yeah, Lucky Sixes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm running my. I know. Actually, if you see the empty wall behind me, that's because I have a beamer. I have a beamer on the ceiling, but it can be a double screen, but then I need to be a Janus kind of thing with eyes on my back. It's not going to work either. Well, maybe, you know, maybe the channel is going to be so successful that I'm going to be able to afford yet another screen. Now, actually, to tell you guys the truth.
That's the dream.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I should have another screen right here, like hiding in the bottom. Oh, there's a Games Workshop model on display. No. Back. Nobody should see that. Nobody should see that.
Quick.
That's very shameful for me. It's a gift. Somebody sent me that as a gift.
Yeah, not mine. Yeah.
Did they give you the receipt?
That's the thing. It's like it's a big stain on my reputation. So you have a soft echo on my mic. Alright. How's that? So I'm trying now to just put the gain down. Tell me if that's improved.
That's very smooth. You're very smooth.
Yeah. that's smoothness to the utmost. Yeah, that Sylvan thing that you just posted. Nice. Alright. Anyway. So Lucky Sixes, can you load something and put it down as an army? Do you have the Asklanders models? Because hear me now, this is the thing. New Demon Legions versus Osklanders. Should we pronounce it Osklanders or Asklanders? I don't know. I think it's truly Osklanders.
And
but I think that the idea is that if you go to load your army and then you do change army, and then you look for by the way, guys, this is my armies on.
I'm just going to leave the room just to get the Hellhounds sorted out for a moment. But I'm staying on the hangout, so I won't go anywhere.
Staying on the hangout, but not in the. Okay, I'll give you the privileges when you're back in. So Lucky Sixes, if you go to change your army and then you go to the magnifying glass and then you type in VOTA for Veil of the Ages and then LS for live stream, you should access this army here, which you can set as default, and you're gonna find all of the Osklanders models here and the demon. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I can change. Look at that. I can change the size of this guys here.
really?
Yeah, look at that. That may be super.
I've just rejoined, so just whenever you're ready, give me the permission to do stuff again.
To give you the privileges. Okay.
Yeah. No rush.
Okay. Back in and on.
Thank you.
Cool. Of course-ish. Of course. So, Osklanders, right? Yeah. Like, also, what's the name of the mother of pig demons? Also, something like that.
Sorry, I don't know why those flipping things are so big.
Still doing that? Because actually now, if I do change army and I use the VOTA LS set as default, and I go here and select this guys, right? They're right size.
Yeah, your ones are okay.
Yeah.
I'll try again. I'm just going out again.
Yeah, So while you load the units and all the rest, I'm just gonna share this with the handout. I was reading the plane, and I was listening. I was listening to a record by Air, like the French duo, and there was this Radian song that was playing in the background. And the moment I realized that it was the last day of the mother, and Air was like guiding her towards the light, it was the moment where the harp and guitar part of the song kicked in, and I was like, I had like this tears in my eyes, and I felt like
It was meant to be.
felt a bit silly, but the timing was amazing.
You can't plan that stuff.
So I'm struggling to. Sorry, I didn't do it beforehand.
Yeah.
What do I type in on the search?
So you should use VOTA for Veil of the Edges, and then LS for live stream, separated by a space.
Okay.
VOTA. Yeah. And then this should bring you to this army here, which I've prepared explicitly for the live stream. It only has the Demon Legions, the Orsklanders, and then all of the tokens for the special routes, which, by the way, Hyper-G, if you want, you can also add to your army. So that, for example, say the Harbinger has Dance Macabre and Wrath of Gods.
Okay.
And this will be the Wrath of Gods, and this will be...
Sure. I've just gone back into the room. If you could give me the permission back again, that would be great.
Was that the comments about...
While we're doing...
Yeah. Yeah, like sixes?
Oh, why are they huge?
Ah, bloody hell. Come on.
To a random thing.
I don't know what's happening.
Ah, snap. So, can you delete this model and then change the army?
Yeah.
And then select
a fresh one.
the VotA LS again, and maybe it's going to reload it with the correct size.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, guys. This has to be the most boring live stream ever.
This is great.
And I can't even imagine how is it going to be for the other people who are in the room but not in the live stream. It's going to be even worse. Sorry about that, guys.
Hey!
If you're still there, thanks. Yes!
Just going to add
worked.
a normal battle.
It worked.
A normal...
We got 5 of them now. Way!
Oh, cool.
Right. Finally.
So, Lucky Sixes, how Herminand, don't say it twice, because if you say it another time, I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna be the guide. But no cold river swimming, because I'm from the Mediterranean. No, I said, if you say again that I should come up north and trek the mountain, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna ask you to be the guide, so, that's be careful what you're wishing for. Yeah. Who's Dance? Who's that guy? Look at that.
Army.
Giant, I'm a giant. Yeah.
Get away.
Somebody wants to win this
5
game.
giants. This thing. They're about the win.
Actually, I can load, while this happens, I can load the Osklander army. Come on. That'd be it. Go on. Look at this beauty.
Wow, that's nice.
Michael.
Yeah. Herminand, this is going to be organized. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. So all of the
Come on,
leaked...
Lucky Sixes, get rid of those giants. I mean, really, putting huge models on a battlefield, who would do that?
I mean, also because what's wrong with the Osclan design? You don't want to use that? I mean, look how cool that is. I have to say, it's DJ VotA who put this army together. I was against having 2 blocks of 15 each of infantry because for an army that's not very known to the players, it might be nicer to have 2 units of different size so that you can know immediately who the Asklanders warriors are and who the Huskars. Oh, by the way, pronunciation of Huskars. Should I use the ha or should I use the Huskars? I don't know, no idea.
Skulls or Haskell's, yeah.
Pascals.
Right, so that would be the English way, but I don't know if the Norse, the residents Norse.
Which could be wrong.
See, doesn't agree. So actually,
whatever is the right way. Lucky Sixes will choose something else anyway, just to be awkward.
This is the 9th page, so we decide even on the. Yeah, but I have the wire in mind. So you know, I have all of these people from Atlanta, Georgia, saying, you know, pussy, that kind of pussy. You know, like shit and pussy. So I knew he was gonna go there. I knew he was gonna go there. Yeah. Brilliant. So yeah. Anyway, it's very difficult to stay serious with PTG and it's like, this is the worst combination ever. I started thinking about Smith, F, and Ursa, which are like 2 very reasonable people. But with you guys,
our moment of fame is over. We've blown it, Lucky Sixes.
No, I'm liking this. But yeah, so just to keep you in the loop about all of this strange stuff that you have to the top right. And well, I do work in a phonetics lab, so that's. But I'm not gonna be the guy. Phonetic spelling. We have to ask Lorenzo from Universal Battle to enable the phonetic font, the International Phonetic Alphabet font in the Veil of the Ages chat, because we are nerds and that's what we do. Anyway. So, what did I want to say? I wanted to show you how these things to the top right work. This thing here. So the idea is that when we start the game, we can say that this is player 1 turn, and then we have turn 1, and then we have the charge phase, and the movement phase, magic phase. Right, yeah. So we can use that to make a counter, and actually for you who know how the screenshot-based battle report making thing works. This is great because if you do a screenshot, if you're doing a universal battle report and you have a screenshot, you would always have the indication of like, you know, this is player A first turn magic phase, and then so on and so on. This is the first turn player B. Yeah. So other notable things is that you have the tables here. So hit, wounds, the results that you need on the D6, and the various functions. You have the aim modifiers in this other box. Then this one is useful for the flux cards. So it tells you if you roll a 4, then it means 6 for you and 5 for the opponent. And the idea is that if you are the first player and you roll a 4, then you put a star on there so that you know that you have rolled that and you can do that again. And yeah. What else? I think I have a miscast information here as well. Then you have the spells, yeah, that works too. You have all of the rules, and this is up to date. Yeah, this is the nasty spoiler. Okay, good. Let's remove that. This giants, come on, we have to do something about this giants. There's also rules for the terrain pieces. And the idea is that if you spot something different from the updated quick starter rules, which I know you don't have yet, but yeah. Man of the house.
Yeah.
Alright. Whose cards? And the ooh as in whose cards. Okay, good. This is neat. So whose would be house? Yeah, right. Cool. And Carl. Yeah. We'll have that. Cool. Yeah, so I guess this is all, and Carl is man-ish. Who's Carl? North Carl. Yeah, as the German.
They should be.
Anagraphy of this note.
Yeah. Carl's a good name.
Cool. Then yeah, what else? So actually, yeah, let's spoil some stuff for the works. So this is the profile for the works. I have no idea why they would have 4 hit points and health points and 4 attacks rather than 3 and 3 on a 4x4 basis. I guess that this is just some Ostlander cheese. These guys here have throwing weapons, the Huskars, and they have shields, so that's why they have this defense 6 and armor 3. That's the implicit equipment, and the regular Ostlanders, they just have, I think they have paired weapons. And I tried to make that work also, just like in the model itself, where you see more armor and the throwing weapons in the back, and the double thing there. Now what about the Sakana? Yeah, just 2 spells, and the chief. Yeah, the chief has shield, armor 3, and defense 6. All right. Cool. Nice. So lucky sixes. Can you? I mean, let's be clear. I have nothing against your giants, but can you try and use the Ostlanders army?
Yeah.
Just to know whether it works.
Come on.
I'm sorry to have to ask you to remove the giants.
My so totally slow, so it'll take like another 4 mode, I reckon.
Sorry, come again.
It's been really. My connection
type in UB.
is really
Lucky sixes. We're losing you.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I also see that your webcam is blocked in one position, which is a fun position actually. Oh, okay, now it's living again. Okay, yeah. So there is a connection issue. That's definitely. Hermes is, giving us a lot of the background that we miss from this faction. So that's needed. So lucky sixes, do you think that that's like a temporary problem, or do you think it's going to be something that's going to be happening all the time when you are not on baby duty? Alright, so I think that answer means that you will be most welcome to join the live stream if you go and visit Abhijit from his place with his computer. Alright, cool.
He's not welcome.
I was inferring, yes. Sorry for making assumptions.
That's okay. That's fine.
By the way, Abhijit, I can see your username.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you when the question that you asked, can you hear me? And then we couldn't hear anything else. Yeah.
Okay. Just really bad. Yeah, I just don't.
That's. I mean.
Or can you hear that?
There are some people that suggest that you can have a UB game without truly having a what's it called, voice conversation. You can type everything in the chat,
Yeah,
but I think that
we've done that before actually.
But that doesn't it defeat the purpose of a live stream to begin with, actually, right?
It is harder because you don't know when each other's typing in the chat.
Yeah.
So, for example, I could say
Yeah.
I'm hitting on 4s,
Yeah.
and then start rolling, and then Lucky Sixes actually say no, actually you're hitting on 5s, and by the
Yeah.
time he says that, I've already rolled. So
Yeah.
yeah, it does have challenges. So we haven't actually used Skype before while doing UV. We've always just relied on the chat because we're not clever enough to think of that. So this has opened a new door for us. I think Lucky Sixes has better connection on Skype rather than Hangouts because we practiced on Skype before tonight. But so obviously, whatever works.
So Skype was also working for Smith F, so it also has that advantage. But the problem is that I cannot use the webcam for the three of us then, because Skype doesn't allow me to do that. The Skype window is not recognized by the coding software, and so I can't do that. And I think that if we can work around the software issues, but then allow the three faces. I mean, we look how we look. I don't know. I think that Helen was making a comment on the lack of beards or something like that kind of thing, and just the nose. So I don't know if it's worth making efforts to have our beardless faces on the live stream, but still it can be more engaging. So yeah. But by the way, you're mentioning recognizing who's who. And it is true that I've just put, the three faces on top of each other. Do you think that I'm going to need to put boxes around and saying the name of the forum person and possibly the logo of the how's it called? Of the faction that we're using in transparency?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try that.
Is that possible then? Yeah.
Could wear a t-shirt with Hyper G on.
Yeah, otherwise we'll make pins and we'll put pins on. Okay, so it's okay to use the forum names. Everybody's going to be happy with that. I don't think that somebody
that's fine. Yeah,
will want to join them. All right. So Lucky Sixes, you still don't want to load up the Ostlanders. He doesn't want to do that.
It's no. It's being really slow. Like every time I go on it, it's not letting me look at it.
Ah, all right. So
like really slow.
Yes, that kind of thing. Okay. Well, so in that case, if you want, I can just quickly rotate my units and place them here and try and see where we can start again. I'm gonna play very stupidly, but there's just one thing that I want to show you from the quick starter rules, which is potentially the only difference from the main rules, and we have tried to we try to have no rules which are different between the full rules game and the quick starter game, but this thing is kind of needed to avoid having that kind of does happen every now and then. I'm not stressed about work. So yeah, exactly. This situation here, this thing that you have there, this is the main change that you're going to see between the quick starter and the main rules. Because what we've decided to do, and this has taken a lot of discussion, but in the end, I really think that this is the best thing. Imagine that I want to put the Zerkana in the Huskars unit. The character replaces one of the rank and file models. So I take this dude, I take him out, I put the Zerkana in, and I link it, him or her, with the chain to the unit, so that I can move them together. Right? I can also unlink the one that I replaced. So effectively, this takes one rank and file model out of the model count of the units. And actually, this has been thought through. So for example, for Kingdom of Aquitaine, we have 2 characters and 9 strong Knights of the Realm lands. And it is calculated that 9 is too strong. So we are expecting that one character at least doesn't go solo, the damsel, for example, doesn't go solo. And that she's going to be in the lands, and that's going to mean 1 fewer knight, and that's kind of okay from a balance perspective. Now, the interesting bit is that imagine that the, I don't know, in a friendly bloodshed kind of thing, that the Osklander chief kills the second, then you would remove the second model, and you would put the regular rank and file model back in.
Ah, interesting.
So this looks a bit counterintuitive, but the truth is that if we tell miniature companies that a unit is made up of 9 imps, for example, then they're going to make a 9 unit, and this is going to force players to wanting to put the herald, the harbinger, in the imps unit so that they get to 10, and that's kind of wrong. So we prefer having this very minor difference from the general full book fantasy battle rule sets, but then have 10 strong units and allowing the players the possibility of doing things differently. So this dude should actually replace one of the midlands.
Okay, that's interesting.
You can put the midland to the side. I think that this is all. One thing, maybe this is an impassable terrain. So something tells me that if you
Which one? I can't, because I'm not in the live stream. I can't see.
Because you're not in the live stream,
so.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So I can move things. So what I was saying is that this guy that I just put this thing on should be inside the unit, and one of them should go in the reserve.
Yeah, can do that.
And I was moving this rules thingy here because this tells you that this is an impassable terrain. So with the imps, you would smash into the impassable terrain. That wouldn't work.
Gotcha.
So are you just to recreate the situation you're in? I'm gonna take this unit of Osclanders and I'm gonna block the movement of objects on the X and Y axis. And now if I move this unit, I can only go forward. And for example, now I'm clipping the of the Rakenna. Okay. No, wait, but I don't have a yacht in the name for the second. What? No, I only have KE. Should it be K yacht E? Oh, shit. Let's check that. Yeah. So yeah, the other thing, now for some strange reason, now that I locked the object here, look at that. Now this black thing is staying. So if somebody is watching the live stream, you should have this locks movement of objects on to only axis X and Y, and that's going to be visible at all time. I have no idea why Universal Battle is doing this. I'll have to talk to Lorenzo about this book. Okay. Ish. Okay. And then the last thing is the unit line of sight and inch ranges. Right? This thing. It's like Ken. I think I'm gonna try that. So let's see, what else? What else do we need? Well, nothing much. I think nothing much. Nothing much. line of sign, buttons, inch, marks. Now something that's interesting is that since you are going to be playing the game, I mean, either the two of you or one of you against somebody else or two other people, but
Sure.
I'm going to be the one who does the live stream, then something that's important to me is that if somebody from the YouTube chat asks me, can you check the distance between the Ostlanders and the Hellhounds, for example? And if I do this, you see the meter, right?
Yes, I can see that.
You see the meter. So this is undesirable because that
27.1.
means that that you know that somebody was curious about that move, and this can affect your play. But if I remove the meter and I select one model, do you see in your Universal Battle window the line of sight for my model?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. So that means
I don't
that
see
if
that.
somebody...
I've got it on my own.
But if you go to the live stream, then you see it, right?
I don't know. I'm not on the live stream, but...
All right. And Herm, can I ask you, do you see the line of sight and the front, back, flank arches and the arcs? So. Oh. No, that's this is tobacco from the Netherlands. Yeah, it is.
From the Netherlands, eh? I bet.
No, actually, I mean, come on, you guys, you give me a hard time. I can show you. I can show you this because it is Dutch. I mean, come on. Is there anything more Dutch than this? Is this visible? Look at that. It has orange and it has a rising hope. So this is very much Dutch tobacco. And please don't ask me.
How did they do in the World Cup?
Huh?
How did they do in the World Cup?
Don't ask an Italian guy, man. That still hurts.
I was talking about Netherlands, actually. I wasn't being that cruel.
Yeah. But yeah, so as long as you don't ask me to show the filter of the cigarettes on the webcam, then we're fine. We can say that it's Dutch tobacco.
Sure.
To go now.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye, Lucky Sixes.
Ciao, Lucky Sixes. Bye. Thanks for checking. Thanks for doing the check with us. All right. So that means that the window in the Hangouts thing should be out any moment, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine he's not actually sitting there.
Yeah. So the thing is that now if his thumbnail is removed, then it means that I have to change all of the scaling, but it seems like his thumbnail stays and it's just frozen. So actually what I can do in the live stream, and then maybe you guys from the live stream can confirm that this is working, is that I can have that his webcam disappear, right? That should work. It should only be the two of us, Hyper-G and yeah, working. Okay. Okay. So, well, I think that we have done some quite extensive testing, and the testing says that we have to use Hangouts, number one.
I think so.
Number two, Lucky Sixes, not from his computer. Number three, Smith F. Only if he manages to get the Hangouts thing working, and if he manages to get a microphone and headphones for the feedback, even if it was working well, right? We didn't have much feedback problems when
it was fine. It was fine when he was on Skype.
Okay, so we can bother him with the Hangouts issue, but we can give him some peace with the headphones thing. Okay. And then what else? I have to find a way to separate the window so I can read the chats. Because, for example, yeah, Johan said hello, and Scarlock. Oh, hi guys. Only reading this now because I have I have the chat comments in a window that's not visible if I am showing the universal battlefield. So yeah, that's another problem that I need to solve. I'll think about that. Actually, let me try and do this now, because if I don't do this now, so it's neues Fenster okay, yeah, that's my German. And that's where it ends.
That's more words than I know.
So if I go to the window capture, no, not this one, this one, this one, I have to use this one there. Yeah, yes. So this is the one we want. We don't see you in the Hangouts window anymore. Did you slightly? Okay. Yeah. I think that there's something wrong with the. I think that people in the live stream cannot see you anymore. Actually, so let me.
Can't see me.
Yeah, because of this cropping and panning and zooming thing. So let me try and quickly address that. If anybody of the people who's watching the live stream can confirm in the YouTube, in the universal battle chat, that you couldn't see HyperG for a while. Yeah, you only see pixels. Okay, good. So I think that there's no quick way for me to fix this apart from doing this 400 to the left, and then 400 to the right, 500 to the right, and 100 from the top, 50 from the top, and 125 on the bottom. Alright, good. So that should be fine now, right? Yeah, there was a blow up image. All right. So this is working now, and yeah, I was checking if I could interact with the chat. So now I have a separated thing in the chat there. So can you guys still see the main live stream UB window with our two webcams as I type these messages in? Because if that works, then it means that I can interact with the chat, and so I can let the two players actually play the game while I interact with the.
Yeah, that would be good, I guess. Then you're not distracted. Is it a problem that I'm not in the live stream?
No, actually, it is better, because if I'm checking line of sight and that kind of thing, and it's cool. The only thing is that I have to remember every now and then. For example, if you tilt the screen of your laptop, then people like her can once again only see pixels. So that'll be the only reason for you to.
I just did it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's now it's okay. The only reason for you being in the live stream would be to check whether you are putting yourself out of the frame of the.
Okay, I'll just go with what you tell me, but I think it's easier.
Yeah.
Because if you're not playing the actual game, you'll be able to tell me what you'll be able to interrupt and say, "Hang on a minute, guys, we need to do something."
Yeah, yeah, that's
fine.
So the thing is that so I'm wondering, maybe another way to ask the question is, did anybody see me typing in the YouTube thingy. Alright, because I wouldn't want people to look at my EB chat. I have an embarrassingly low number of notifications on my 9-page forum here, so that makes me look like I'm a little fish on the forum. That's my ego feels hurt. But yeah, like now.
Nothing wrong with a little fish.
Like as Herm knows, there's always ways of getting the most centimeters out of your single inches. So why not? Alright. So I typed this question in asking whether you see YouTube or UB. That'd be the thing. I'm kind of hoping that everybody's still seeing UB and it's not seeing me interacting with the chat. But yeah. This is kind of what I see in the streaming preview, so that should be fine. Listening in YouTube. Ah, yes, you're only doing the. Yeah, you're right. That wasn't clear. So, Herm, can you stop typing in Universal Battle? Can you go to the YouTube screen? And you're gonna see that at some point I'm gonna write some comments in the YouTube chat. And while I'm typing in the YouTube chat, of course, I have the YouTube window under my eyes, and I'm trying to tell the computer not to display what I have under my eyes, but the Universal Battle window. So the question is, if you go into the YouTube live stream and see me typing the comments in, what do you see in the video? Do you see me typing the comment into the YouTube chat, or do you still see the Universal Battle screen? So, typing now. Yes. So I type, but you still see the movie screen. Good. Johan says just one webcam. No way. How just one webcam? 2 webcams, right? Me and Hyper-G. And UB. Lucky 6s and 2 leave. I don't know. I'm worried about it. You did type stuff in the UB chats, and being called cute by you is not reassuring. Anyway. Me, yeah, exactly. So Johan, let me introduce to you Hyper-G. Hyper-G, let me introduce you to Johan. Lucky Joe, who's saying hi from the.
Hiya. Like I can't see the live stream, so I'm just sitting here.
So yeah,
looking
actually,
like a lemon.
Yeah, so that's the that's the whole point. So I can interact with the community and then tell you that Little Joe says hi without me removing the UB screen just to relay this information, which some people might see as irrelevant, but it's just because they're tournament freaks. So us, the fluffy players, we want to know people say hi. All right, good. Yay. So that's it. I think that this is enough for a test. What would you say? Is that good?
Yeah, I'm happy. I plan on looking through the information on each of the units a bit more, so that I know what's going on with each of them and the terrain.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't.
You have the spells too.
Battle. Yeah, I got those. So
because there's some
send me across anything else I need.
Yeah, so I will send you just for fun. I think that I'm going to prepare the pre-made lists with some art and a bit of background and fluff to let people get immersed before the battle. But then I'm only going to give you and your opponent the updated rules, which probably Jay Woodruff is working on like right now.
That's fine.
Yeah. And what else? Yeah, then I
Just
think
organising a time, really.
yeah. So the thing is that we cannot do that now because we don't know
Sure.
who's gonna be available to play the game. So actually, I think that yeah, I'm just gonna ask around and see if Smith F hasn't found all the equipment that he needs. Then we can look for somebody else. Do you have a preference? I mean, the Hearn would be. I mean, come on, Hearn with Ostlanders, right? Isn't that like the most obvious choice ever? Hearn, what do you think? You wanna play Ostlanders on a live stream? Okay, can you promise you'll behave?
No, I haven't promised that either.
Yeah, no. I take that back. I take that back. He's writing stuff in the YouTube chats that makes me not even want to play remotely.
Is he trash talking me already?
He's doing the home stuff. I don't know. That can alienate some kind of some players. I'm the PC guy. Pellegrin already sings the song from Frozen every time I do a moderating job because I'm too politically correct for his taste. So having heard this is indeed yeah. No, I think that will make a lot of sense. Hyper G with Demon Legions and Herminat with Ostlanders. That sounds great. Yeah, come on.
Sounds good.
All right. So Herm, do you have a time next week in the evening that you will be available for having a game against Hyper G in this setup? And do you have Google Hangouts working for you? Because that was the problem with Smith. I think that the gaming experience is next week. Yeah, cool. All right, we like this. So okay, we can doodle to find a game. What about Hangouts? Do you have does Hangout work for you? Is that good? I mean, Joe, I don't know how good of a commentator I might be. I think that PTG as commentators would be like a lot more fun. But you know, somebody has to run the tech equipment. Actually, I have to say, Hyper G, if you are interested in being a host and not only the player, then you can be the host. We can have two other players, and I can just be the tech guy, the sound and video guy in the background, not saying anything. That could work too. So,
I'll be honest, I'm not massively technical, so I don't think I would be confident to do that.
yeah.
I'd be willing, but I don't think I would know how to react if things went wrong.
Well, I have to say that if we wanted the technical type of comments, I think that people like Smith F or Conrad Abrasus, Plandomius type, whatever it is, that would be like, you know, once bitten, that would be the kind of Furion. We could ask Furion to do the technical commenting, but actually, no, we're not going to do that because we are not because of a problem with Furion or once bitten, who's a god in my mind, but because we want the
Absolutely.
fun, crazy commentating that I'm sure you can provide, even with the Coke.
Yeah, this is no sugar.
So yeah, that could be yet another setup. I don't know if that's going to be bad on the.
Whatever you need.
Yeah. Co-comment, right? Like, you know, this kind, exactly. We love that. Okay, so what about the Hangout? Yeah, some search engine that can help you find Hangout. Yeah, given that Hangout is the full name is Google Hangouts, you might have an idea of which search engine use for that. Did you just scare Thomas away? Hello. All right. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry about that. We're using that one now. All right, guys. So I think that we have a good plan for sometimes next week. Ostlanders, Herminard versus Demon Legion, Hyper G, me commentating to the best of my capabilities, and that should be fine. So we will keep you informed.
Right.
We will give you the pre-made lists for these two armies. That one.
Yep.
And yeah, and then share the rule sets as soon as the JVDF is done with those. All right.
Perfect.
Cool. So that's
VotA.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hyper-G. Thank you, and yeah, see you next week. Thanks to everybody for the feedback and the comments on what was working and what was not working.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Ciao. Thank you, Hyper-G. And the accents, yeah, like we can. I can't be the only one, and then have Hyper-G, like, you know, speak properly, and I'm the only one.
Posh boy English.
All right, bye, guys.
Really not posh. Bye.
Ciao, everyone.